My voice just cracked. Hi, welcome back to Miranda's Cauldron. I'm Miranda. I write young adult, urban, paranormal, young adults with witches and family secrets, as well as an elemental series with, of course, family secrets, a missing brother. Does the brother join up with the sister? Of course, but that's a book too. Anyhow, how was everybody's weekend? Mine was pretty good. I got back on Thursday night from a week-long vacation family time with my daughter, well, our daughter, and her little girl and her husband. Little Lily is now a year. I say little because even though she's a year old, she can still wear 6-month outfits. So she's rather tiny, which is perfect. She's crawling like crazy. She's standing up and walking along things. She even took a couple of, I wouldn't exactly say steps on her own, but she just stand up for about 15 seconds on her own. So that was amazing. I am trying something a little different this next quarter. I am going to get properly dressed with either shorts or jeans, or I even bought new sweatpants because all I normally wear is either shorts, but like cut off pajama bottoms, the sweatpants that are too short, or I just don't want to wear them as sweatpants anymore. So I'm going to try to do that, at least for the next few months for the shorts, because who knows, maybe come October it's going to be too cold for shorts. And I'm also going to try to be at my desk at 9 a.m. This morning wasn't too bad. It was just a few minutes after 9, so I count that as a win. Because in the afternoon up here, upstairs in this old house, and now my fan quit working. I'm going to have to buy a new one next time we go to town. That is just too hot up here in the afternoon. So I'm going to try to get my writing done and what have you in the morning. We'll see how that goes. Oh, and I also tossed out all my plastic water bottles. You know, the water bottles that you buy at the store? Because my daughter picked out this for me. So I have 2. So now I can get rid of my other. I just refilled them from water from home. But now I have 2. So I can have one drinking one. The other one could be getting cold in the fridge. Even though I'd probably make it so much easier if I just made ice. But then I'm going to have to find room in the freezer for ice, and sometimes there's just not enough room for those trays. Anyhow, so that's what my number one habit, I suppose I'm going to change. Let's pop into the chat to see here. Hello to Sarah. Sarah also hosts on behalf of the Heart Breathing Running community. We have Allie, Scattered Squirrel. Hello. Next up for sprinting should be, I didn't see a thumbnail made up yet, but over on Incas at 6 p.m. Eastern. And of course, July is the Rough Draft Challenge with the Heart Breathing Running community and Sarah Cannon, who created this lovely community for all of us. Care to share your goals for the month? I, for one, have sadly not written a word in, I want to say, close to 2 weeks. But that's okay because I was spending family time. But I did manage to get a little bit of reading of 2 chapters. Oh, my eye is so itchy. Sorry about that. I've read the first 3 chapters again for Lear, and I've written down when I was traveling. In here, it was suggested that I write more of a beginning so we can see more of Salem in her before she enters the new life. So I jotted down some ideas for that. So that was very productive. But I've been catching up on my HB90 from the 2 weeks I was gone, as well as my task box for June, how I did there, as well as, no, I did not finish my task blocks for the quarter, so I have to do that. It's really good to see what I got done and what I wanted to get done, kind of in comparison like I do every week. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. And of course, unpacking. And I still have videos I need to share as Instagram post. Maybe I'll do that today. Kind of start the Monday as a normal week instead of just catching up and relaxing and chilling out. Let's see the next one, Rebecca. Happy writing. Lottie, good morning. I'm doing the final draft on my manuscript. Today is chapter 3. Awesome. Final edits. You're almost there. Final edits is the next step to formatting and self-publishing and all that fun stuff. Scattered Squirrel. My goal is to spend an hour a day in my story, mostly some character development, and make some plot changes. Excellent. I really need to make a better effort of writing. But since my schedule is back to normal, hopefully I'll be able to do that. Okay, so I normally do read tarot cards or oracle cards this sprint, like before I start sprinting, but I really feel like getting back into doing my HB90. I have my weekly tarot cards to draw from last week and then set up this week. Really should do those review questions. They are very important. But in the meantime, I am going to bring up the kitty timer. And I'm going back to the normal 25-minute Panadora method instead of 30 minutes, just for a little while to see how things go. And one more comment. Scattered Alley. My goal is, I already said that one. It's the next one that I didn't click on right properly. Farrell, this month, and have most of my story Bible done and write 10K for other projects to get ahead and free November for the novel. Excellent. I've noticed there's quite a few people right now that are working on series Bibles through the chat. So that is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I wonder if it has something to do with Sarah's latest videos with the grid plotting. I actually got grid paper for that. So I'm thinking I might just do that in August, since I really need to write some chapters in July. See, there we go. And Sarah's working on her stories, her series Bible. So I'm going to start the kitty timer, and I'll see you in 25. Happy writing. Wow, that snuck up on me. Guess that's what happens when you are busy getting things done. Let's pop into the chat because there was some chat going on. I'm hoping I remember this lady's name right. Arb. Good morning, everyone. I'm working on my book that I have not paid enough attention to, so happy to be here with y'all. Sometimes we need a break, even if it is from our writing. And I'm listening to Led Zeppelin on Spotify. What about you? I can listen to music like that with songs I'm familiar with, and when I'm doing other things besides actually writing. I don't know why. I think it's just a newer thing, but I do remember listening to a lot of Celtic music on CD. Books 1 and 2. But now I need to listen to Celtic. Sometimes there's lyrics, which is totally fine because they're not familiar lyrics. And a lot of the time, it's not even in English. Barb is also listening to the same era Queen, several different Queen playlists. This is their non hit songs. Ooh, I should search up Queen too on Spotify. And hello to Rachel, and hello to Sam. Sam and Rachel also sprints on their own channels, so check them out. Taza, I'm working on edits. Did 2 chapters. Awesome. Editing is so much fun. And I mean that seriously. I love that. I think that's one of my favorite things to do with writing is once I get the first draft done, or I call it dirty because I do it in pencil and it's got scratches all over it, that you're the first draft, you're just telling your stories. And then you go over it and improve it. And I know personally when I wrote my 4 books, well, 5 if you count the one I'm still drafting, about story beats. So this time around, I've been focused on story beats when I'm editing. We've got Sarah editing her next podcast episode script. Ooh, I need to listen to a few of those. Music. I have several playlists of music I created themed to my projects. Awesome. For Rachel. Taza, I love Celtic music without words. Or I start singing and no one wants that. I can relate to the no singing. The only songs that I used to sing was like camp songs and girl guide songs. And there's so many of us. And let's just face it, when you're kids, you can't sing, but you like it. Rachel says, Inya and Lorraine McKenna are faves, Blackmore's Night, but those are usually have words. Don't mind the words if it's Celtic, because I'm not familiar with them, because I don't listen to it all the time. I didn't grow up listening to it, but it's nice to listen to some new type of music. But there's some music I will not listen to. Farrell got 51 words written. My focus is split since I have a goal to get everything important in my novel named today. Changing of the character names, your village, your. I know one of my first steps when I start writing is to make the floor plan or the house, like the city village map or whatever, and I have to name all my stores in the village, and if they're going to be Barb to Rachel. I love both of those. As a midwife, everyone played Anna for about 20 years. I can only now listen again with fresh ears. And I'm just going to keep on reading the chats, do my cars. It's getting kind of slow. I don't know why. Here we go. I have way too many playlists. I'm all over the place to what I listen to while working. I've been going in between Night Wash, K-pop, symphonic metal for 2 days. I love Sam from Barb. I also listen to Queen. Please don't ban me. That's okay. Oh, AI. That's okay. I'm going to. I got new tarot, not tarot, but oracle decks. We went to a few big malls when I was traveling in Alberta, and we went to the bookstore. And I knew I didn't want tarot cards because to me, I have enough. I think I've got like 5. But I wanted another deck of oracle cards. I have my Moonology cards and my Night House of Night from PC and Kirsten Cast. I used them, but I was in search for a new one. Mine, Woodland Wardens. So that is the book, and it's awesome. It comes in this cute little box, so I didn't have to purchase a wooden box or another kind of cardboard box to put them in. So I'm going to shuffle up the cards. And Farrell says 1 character's name. He has 3, plus we're building stuff. It's a wrestling romance, so promotions, tag team, stable, and a few important shows. Awesome. If you're looking for help for that, there's so many name generators. So many. That's where I found a lot of my names for my elemental series, for my cabins. We've got the squirrel and chestnut. It's all about preparation. So that is that card. And I'm going to reset the timer about to 25 minutes. And I'll see you in 25. And that's the end of our second sprint together. I got my week all figured out for my projects, as well as my 160 hours for the week of what I want to get done, as well as what I have to do. Like the dreaded, yeah, I'm home now, so I have to do the house stuff. I have to make the meals and clean up and all that fun stuff. I still need to fold and put away the laundry from yesterday. So I guess that will be an afternoon when I'm having lunch and having a short break before Inca may or may not be popping up. Let's see. And Sam agrees. She also listens to AA channels for music. Yeah, so do I. I'm sure I do. Because some of the images are a little wonky, but it is what it is. And hello, Miss Page. Hello and happy Monday, Miranda. And Hardy's popping in to hug the like button, but hosting a Zoom right now, so can't stay for the chatty bits. Wishing you a beautiful day. And back at you. I am started to draw. Actually, I guess I did draw my tarot cards for the week. I try to draw 3 cards every Monday morning. And then of course the times when I host, and I need to get back into journaling and drawing cards on other days of the week, but we'll see how that goes. I say that every week, and sometimes I get more done, and others I don't. It is what it is. Okay, so I am going to continue with my HB90 things. I'm going to also do some stuff from quarter 2. Well, I actually have to do last month's reflection questions and a few other questions, so I think I may just continue with HB90 during the sprint, and then after my break, get into other things like I really need to get those words in. Haven't even started, and it's a 6, but that's okay. I only have 25. I only set my goal for 25K, and I have to write 5 more chapters in Witches of Solace. I left my main character and her parents being attacked by ravens, and the healers have arrived to help with dad, and then I have to move so when that's done, and then I think my next bunch of chapters I need to write will be my new 5 new chapters. I have a battle scene at the last, and it's about 5,000 words, and then the battle's over and that's it. So I have to write a new last chapter to follow the beats, as well as my battle itself. I need to break it into the 4 main characters' points of view, so keeping it all in one, as well as a certain birthday girl who now her birthday is in December, and her best friend's birthday is in June, the first day of summer. So I have to change that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to rewrite that chapter now, like when I'm writing new chapters, or go back to the first, do the rewrites, the revisions, and then change that. But knowing me, I'm probably going to have to rewrite that chapter and then go back to the beginning. We'll see. I swear, it's been a game changer with Sarah's Publish and Thrive course. I'm not really ready to actually publish, but all the benefits, as well as the mastermind group, is like, wow, mind blown. I wish I'd found beta readers earlier. It's nice to get new perspective and new eyes on the book that I've been writing literally want to write that book, no matter what obstacles come in your way, things change. Never give up. Never give up. Got the characters' name finalized. Awesome, Farrell. And Sam is started line edits that my husband wants to keep stated, and really don't have enough food scenes in this book. Oh, yes, I guess you do need. That's one thing about your writing. Do your characters eat? Do they sleep? Do they do all the normal human things? My characters spend a lot of time in either the coffee shop, drinking, eating not donuts, homemade muffins, cookies. They go to the diner and have lots of fries and milkshakes. Sure, they're teens, so I don't know about you, but I know I ate my fair share of French fries when I was a kid. I don't know how I stayed so skinny. Probably due to the fact of walking to class and all the steps that I don't do as much anymore. Rachel, oh, I have a little meeting with the hubs. Our eldest still has this car under our name with the DMV. So, no, but I'm steadily getting done with them and tasks. That's awesome. I am going to just continue with the, no, I'm going to start it, reset it, considering that it's only for 25 minutes. So, see you in 25. And that's the end of that sprint. I got my tarot cards all read, written up, took a snack break, added some washi tape to my everyday planner. I think next time, the next sprint, I'm just going to do some, I'm not sure, maybe just some journaling. Because I don't want to start with reflection questions now because I've only got another 30 minutes. And so I will just do some journaling. I think that's a good way to end my sprints. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Sarah had to leave, run her mom to an appointment. Happy sprinting. And goodbye from myself and Sam. Sam got edited about 2 pages. Had I Google at the clerk's reference I forgot to put in. At least she found it. I don't think I'm going to do some journaling. I think I'm going to dive back into Lear and get ready for my writing session this afternoon. Even though I'm going to be writing in Witches of Solace. So maybe I'll just reread the previous chapter. Do I have it printed out yet? No, because I haven't read it through my Google Docs to see how I want to change it. So that's what I will do. So then I'm doing something with my writing. Not exactly words, but that's okay. And that is totally fine. We got 2 minutes left in the break, almost 3 actually. I went and refilled, got my other water bottle, had a little bit of a snack break, which I think I already said. And yeah. Oh, I think I'm feeling a little scattered right now. I also need to do up my Kanban board, my mini one. So maybe I will do that because I don't have to get my binders out or bring up on my phone. And I'm getting kind of tired. So maybe that's what I will do. Farrell says, figuring out that chapter's name gave me a good start to his backstory. Yes. So I now have names and backstories for the protagonists of all 3 books. Nice job. That's awesome. And it depends on where you are in the world. You have all afternoon and evening to work on it. So that's always good. Oh, and another thing I need to do is set up my jar for marbles for my HB90. I mean, my Rough Draft Challenge. So maybe this sprint, I'm just going to do a lot of different little things, like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Next thing you know, it's going to be 25 minutes, and then it'll be lunchtime for me. Hubby's home. Question is, will he go back to work? Probably not, because it might be a little too hot out there for him. Depends on what he's doing. But at least it's not a winter storm. I am just going to let the timer continue, pop into the next and the last sprint. I'll put up on the chat when my next sprint is, which will be Saturday, same time. And don't forget that check out Inca's channel, who may be sprinting this evening or may not. We'll see. But the calendar is in this description below. And I say this every time I need to add the writing sprint spreadsheet that's out there. So if there's not a Hardy sprint, there's always someone else. So see you in 25. And that's it for our time together. I know I got a lot accomplished. Timer. Guess what? We don't need it anymore. We can just sit here and get gap for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, let's see. Pop up. Sam went for lunch and walk about. Rachel got the social media new ads finished. Good stuff. I need to share my social media stuff that I created last week. So maybe I'll do that today. We'll see. And Tampa Girl, you were here when you were supposed to be. Hope everyone has a great writing day. Oh, Norma, sorry. And you as well. It's starting to get warm out there. I can feel it through the breeze coming through the window. But it's only 20 degrees Celsius, which is only about 72 Fahrenheit. So it's really not that hot out. But it's breezy. So that is really good. And a Tassa discussion about washing machines versus hand washing clothes. We're going to continue with that. Personally, I am so glad I live in a time where there's washing machines because I know I cannot wash the clothes by hand. It just takes too long, and it will interfere with my things I'd rather do, like writing and modern conveniences like scrolling, watching TV. But I do want to comment that having a wash machine at home would be so much easier at my life right now. Maybe we'll get a new wash machine over the summer. We'll see. It's been a year and a half almost that we've been going to the laundromat. That's why I have 4 loads of laundry to fold and put away instead of just one a day. Let's see. Rachel was inspired by a song and began writing a short. Thank you for being here, Rachel. And don't forget, check out Rachel's channel for sprints that she does. I think it's usually Sundays now. Farrell, I have everything important named except for the stable that comes up in 2 characters backstories. Ooh, like a horse stable? Fun. And thank you for being here, Sam. And don't forget, Sam also sprints over at her channel. And keep an eye on the Her Breathing is Writing community calendar. If it's anything like this past weekend is any indication, there's going to be lots of pop-ups for Rough Draft Challenge. The writing retreat is in a couple of weeks. And if you've listened to one of Sarah's most recent chats, well, no, it wasn't a chat. It was just a video, I think it was. But check it out because Sarah is going to be hosting a few sprints over on the Heart Breathings YouTube channel and doing certain topics. So I'm going to have to re-listen to those and figure out what days she's going to be sprinting so I can add them to my calendar. In the meantime, everyone have a great week, rest of your day. Good sleep if it's late where you are and it's actually time for bed. And I will see you guys all on Saturday for my next sprint. Bye for now.